Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to May I Scraplift You, Day 15. And today I am scrapbooking a layout from Michele McCants. I will have a link for her YouTube channel below. And I chose this layout of hers. I like the full pattern paper on the back and the little bits of cardstock, and that's what I used. I am using Simple Vintage Garden District papers. I have some pretty photographs here, and I pulled in a wood grain, and my background cardstock, it's not white, but it's not Stampin' Up! Very vanilla either. I'm not sure where I got it. It's kind of in the middle, and I really like it. I wish I knew what it was so I could get some more, but I don't have a clue what it is. And so I used the Hey Little Magpie die to put the edge on this wood grain. You'll see it better later in the close-ups probably, but that's probably my current favorite die. And since I don't have 12 by 12s of the other papers, I just cut 6-inch pieces, and I will paste them together here. If you look closely, you can tell, but it doesn't bother me. I find it much more economical to buy a 6x8 paper pad, and usually I buy 1 or 2 embellishment packs or sticker sheets or something that go with it. Somehow all I have of this garden district from Simple Stories is just the paper pad, but I made it work. So these photos are of Kayla, who is now my daughter-in-law, and me when she was here to visit us in Ohio for the first time just over a year ago. And I do speed this part up because it's just me putting photographs down straight across the page. These are 4x6 photos. I trimmed to be just less than 4 inches wide so that I have a border of cardstock on the far left and the far right of the layout. And one of the photos was a horizontal, so I just trimmed it down to fit right there because all I really wanted in that spot was the picture of the old typewriter. And I did use a Distress Oxide ink. I'm looking up the color. Walnut stain to ink the edges of all my patterned papers. Except I just realized I did not ink. Yes, I did. It's not on the camera, but I did ink the edges of this piece that'll be my journaling block. I cut that using a die from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's probably my most used die over the last 2 or 3 years in my scrapbook room. I use that or other similar ones of hers that I use for journaling pieces or layering pieces. Now, I went to my stash and I pulled out some items from Vicky Bouton's print shop collection. These some are stickers, but some are those really thin, lightweight ephemera pieces. I really like them. They're easy to layer, they don't bulk up your page, they add a lot of variety, and some of the colors really worked with what I have on this page. And there's some blue on here that I didn't want, so I'm going to trim it off, and I add another sticker over that, and I kind of piece it together in the back. I put a little bit of white behind it so that you can read, because that's kind of a washi tape type sticker and you can see through it. So yeah, here's where I'm gonna back it with something so that the flower print is not distracting behind the words. And the tan sticker says the story of today, and the one below it says write it down. And yes, this records these photos, but it also records the story a little bit of me becoming a mother-in-law. This sweet girl made me a mother-in-law, and that's in my journaling. And today is Mother's Day, and for a class I'm taking from MK Gunn and Janet Fritz, one of the topics this month was to write about motherhood in some way, some aspect. And I've done pages of my mom, and I am sure I will do many more, but I had these and I thought this would be an interesting take on that assignment. It's also my layout for the Beautiful Blossoms Design Challenge, and I have tons of flowers on this layout. There are flowers in the pictures. There are flowers that I've cut out, fussy cut from like pocket cards. There are flowers, these beautiful old-fashioned roses in the patterned paper along the bottom of the layout. So there's lots of flowers here. I even pulled in some stickers from Cartabella and added more flowers at the end. And there will be a link to that blog below as well. And I have a bird sticker there on the far left. Even though it brings in a little bit of blue, it was facing the right way, and I just decided I can live with that little bit of blue, even though it doesn't go really with the rest of this page. So I cut out another bird from the Simple Stories paper and added it on the right, facing inward as well. And I did pop up part of that on some dimensional foam from Stampin' Up. And now I have this, oh, I guess I didn't glue it down yet. So I do glue these down. And the sticker on the right says, "Oh, happy day." And I'll go ahead and read my journaling. It says, "This sweet girl made me a mother-in-law. I don't want to be the stereotypical, annoying, nosy mother-in-law. Instead, I hope to be loving and supportive, kind and helpful, involved but not overbearing. Who knows, maybe this could become the new stereotype." And then I wrote about that day. "Together on her first visit here, Kayla and I went to Stan Hewitt Hall. No matter how many times I go, I never tire of the beauty and history of this place. And I take a picture of the antique typewriter every time." So the journaling isn't on screen, but I did that later. So yeah, I love the antique typewriter in the office. If you're ever near Akron, Ohio, and have a few hours free, it is worth going to visit Stan Hewitt Hall. It's spelled Hywet. It was owned by the family who were part of starting the Goodyear Tire Company. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous home, and the gardens are stunning. So, this page doesn't really have a title. It does have lots of words on it. It has the "Oh, happy day," the story of today, write it down. I also added a little sticker that says "important" and "enjoy" and "remember." I used my date stamp to add the date, and you'll see if you look at Michelle's layout, she had a tab along the bottom of her layout, and I added a tab down there as well, and that's where I just wrote Kayla's first visit to Ohio and put the date with my date stamp. I have a little heart sticker. I think it ended up moving. Yeah. I move it over there where you can't see right now, sorry. It'll show up later. This is that sticker that says "important," and it goes in my journaling box. Because this was important. It was an opportunity for us to just spend some time together. Everybody else was at work, and I had an appointment in the morning and didn't have to work that afternoon, so we got to go to Stan Hewitt. The picture on the far left, the actual two pictures on the far left are a coffee tree or coffee plant, I guess, and the flowers from it, so we thought that was pretty interesting. And I thought I might add some of these stickers. I did add one that says "noteworthy," and that was it. I did go through my stash. I've had some round metal tags from Tim Holtz for quite a while that I add, and also these are new to me. I bought them at a little scrapbook store about a month ago. They're from Pink Fresh Studio. I think they're called sparkling champagne, just little balls, and they fit the color scheme really well, and the metallics kind of felt old to me, like the woodwork in the house that we toured. And pretty much I scattered them on the page in 3 places and glued them down, not exactly all of them where they fell, but pretty close. That's my new method for scattering, because if I try to plan it, they just look too contrived, and I don't like that. You will see that I have a couple wooden hearts, but I pull those off. They just, once I decided on the metal things, I decided I didn't need the wood. And also I could only find 2 hearts that were the size and shape and weight that I wanted. The third one just didn't fit in, so I decided to pull those out. So be sure to check out the others who are playing along with May I Scraplift You. And thank you, Michele, for sharing your layouts with us on YouTube. It was fun to watch. Actually, I got this one from a layout share that she did and jotted it down. So thank you again, Michele. There are still shots coming up in just a moment. I'm really happy that you joined me here today. Thank you so much for watching. And I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd like for you to subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Thanks, and bye.